You know, you remember our great sister Harriet Tubman and how she had to carry that gun with her. Why she had to carry that gun with her? Well, she had to do that for a certain reason. And I want you to hear what our sister has to say. We need to expound on that because we still have this same problem in 2025 with black folk. Let's go check this out.
Like a lot of y'all would have told the slave master that we was making a plan to leave. Like y'all would have gave away Harriet Tubman's pathways. Y'all would have been the person to be like, oh no, you didn't turn in your homework. Like y'all are them people. Y'all align yourselves so close to whiteness that y'all forget that they don't care about you. No matter how far or how hard you push their messages.
Well, sister, let me tell you this. There's a lot of black folks, unfortunately, that feel that, well, if I act this way, if I sell my people out, then maybe they'll like me, or maybe they'll give me some butter biscuits, right? Maybe they'll treat me a little bit better than they'll treat, the grassroots people. So these people in our community are weak, and you have to understand. Just like you have people who are descendants of courageous people in our community, you have people that's descendants of cowards in our community. You have descendants of sellouts in our community. Their whole family line has been nothing but sellouts. It's nothing new. You can't escape your ancestral bloodline. You just can't. In my family line, there were always people speaking up and speaking out of my family line. That's why I'm doing it, right? But in some people's family line, they could have been sellouts. Going to do black people wrong, betraying black people. See, our great sister Harriet Tubman knew this. That's why she carried that gun. She carried the gun not so much because of the white supremacists. She carried that gun because of people like what this sister talking about. Because Harriet knew that if I let them go back to that plantation, I'm done. Because they're going to go back and tell. Because they were cowards. So you say, oh, you're going to freedom one way or another. Either you're going over here or you're going to the next life. But you're going to freedom somewhere. And they knew Harriet meant business. And that sister was very smart to do that. But some of the reason why we don't progress as a people is because of people like that. We got people like that as politicians. We got people like that as police officers in our community, business owners. Some of these people work at your job every day. They be up in them folks' face all the time. And you be looking at them like, man, what you own, man? It frustrates you because it's enough you got to deal with the folks, but then now you got to deal with him or her too. Just bootlicking, being a shine, like what? Why? What do you get out of that? These people would never let you into whiteness. It's never going to happen. I know other groups do it, and they may give them a little bit more privilege, but they won't give you that. I don't understand what a black person get out of that. Now they reward them here and there with more money and opportunity. You people like your Candace Owens and your Jesse Lee Petersons and your Brandon Tatum, all them kind of people. Yeah, they give them more money and this and that and the third, but this is the thing. When they're using you, they're gonna break you in the end too. There's no retirement for a sellout. There's no retirement. They don't let you retire. They don't let you take all the money you made from them and ride off into the sunset. They don't never let you do it. They're gonna take everything from you and break you. Instead of standing on business, fighting for your community, fighting for the people, right? Respecting yourself. I don't see how a man, listen to me, I don't see how a man will be bootlicking another man. And if you got children, what kind of example that is to your children that you bootlicking another man? These children looking up to you and you're not a man. You are a weak person kissing the foot of another man. You are a father to some children, some black children, and this is what you're doing. You don't respect yourself, and for sure you don't respect your children. You understand? Your children watch everything you do. Just like mine. They see what I do. They see what I say online. They pay attention when I'm doing things like, hey, my new book, make sure you buy it. They pay attention to things like that. They look at things. They be proud of some of the things that I'm doing. They see like, oh man, that daddy, that's really nice and this and that. I like my kids to say that. Then I'm in front of my kids and I'm like, oh, sir, thank you, sir. And oh, boy, let me tell you about these blacks over here. Oh, these blacks are horrible and this and I'm black myself. Like, what do you mean blacks are horrible? I'm black. And your children watching that? The reason why we stayed in slavery and Jim Crow so long is because of those people. Because if everybody was on code about getting free, we wouldn't have been in slavery that long. And for sure, Jim Crow wouldn't have been that long. But a lot of people not on code. And our problem is, as a community, is that, oh, well, yeah, I know they're that way. But listen, one thing about the folks, and I got to give them that, when you get off code, now, if you're off code, you better keep that to yourself somewhere. But if you are off code to the point that you're hurting their movement, they're going to deal with you. Either by excommunication, or they may deal with you physically. That's what the route I see with them. They don't play about that. If you're not on team white supremacy, then you better be quiet about it and stay out the way. If you want to go talk to black people about whatever you can, but you better not be out and open with it. Because we're going to come see you. Why? There's always been consequences for white people who stood against white supremacy. But in our community, we've never made consequences like excommunicating them out the black community. We're still like, well, I know they did some wrong, but no, there's certain things that you do that you can't. No. We need to have a policy. If you over there with them folks, you're out of here. I don't come back over here like, I didn't see the light. Listen, we ain't got time for that. Because you may never see the light. And who's to say that you're not infiltrating? No, we need to make it a consequence. Say, if you over there doing what Candace Owens do and all these other ones do, stay over there. Don't be coming in here like the movie Queen. You know what I'm saying? Coming into the black church, having people throw you out. Don't come in here doing that. No. Go back over there. Ooh, that's the people you chose. Go over there with them. But the only way we gonna get tight as a community, all the way up to the politicians. They sell us out every day. We should have been handled that issue. That's easy to handle. Just get our behind up and go vote. Get somebody else in that place, because I don't want them to not be a black person that's not going to take their spot, but get a black person about the grassroots and get them in there and tell them the only reason you out is because you sold us out. That's why you out. You got to tell them why you're doing it. Don't do it and they don't know why. We need grassroots politicians. We need grassroots everybody that's going to be down for the community. That's what hurts us a lot, is to sell it out. You look at Asian communities, they support each other. I know they got issues with each other, but when in America, they're like, hey, we got to support each other. We can't be selling each other out. Oh, we all gonna get along? No, personalities clash. But when you have a principle, say, look, I may not agree with him, I may not agree with her, but as a black person, I'm not gonna do certain things, even though I may not agree with them. And for sure, I'm not selling out my people. Even if I don't like him or her, I'm not selling them out. Sorry, I'm just not doing it. And that's how we have to stand on business and stand on code with that. But we as black people got to deal with the sellouts, man. We got to deal with that. We cannot tolerate the selling out or people that's harming our community purposely. or people who's truly scamming us out of resources that we could be applying to people in the community that's actually doing something. I'm a firm believer, you don't give money to people unless you actually can go see what they're doing. They should already have it up and running. That way you can make a good judgment about it. Now, if they already had other projects going, and they say, I want to start a new project. Okay, well, based on their track record of projects or what they're doing, then okay, yeah, I can put in on that because, hey, you know, you got other things going on, right? So I know you good for it. But yeah, watch them kind of people in your life. Watch them. If anybody like that on your job, don't talk to them. Cut them off. If you have to talk to them about the weather. That's it. Or I would say preferably just the job only. If you don't got to talk about the job, there's no reason to talk. Don't be around them people. I don't care if they family. Do not be around them people. Them people will sell you out in a heartbeat. Trust me on that. I've seen it. I've experienced it. Stay away from the sellouts, no matter who they are. Stay away. Because once the sellouts understand that they're going to be isolated, that's when they'll start coming to light. Because we got to start excommunicating and isolating these people out of our community. That's the only way they're going to chill their nerves.